Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 0, an introduction to the Narcissism Decoder Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Anthony Mazzella. As a training analyst and a full member at the Institute for Psychoanalytic Training and Research, and a current fellow of the International Psychoanalytic Association, I have immersed myself in the field of psychoanalysis for over 20 years. I'm in private practice in Manhattan and on faculty at 2 postgraduate training institutes. I have a profound interest in the human psyche, and my research, lectures, and teaching revolve around personality disorders, with a particular focus on narcissistic personality disorder. I've had the privilege of connecting with brilliant minds along the way. And speaking of brilliant minds, without further ado, I would like to introduce my co-host, Christina.
Hi, everyone. I'm Christina Garitas, and I'm co-hosting the podcast with Dr. Mazzella. A little bit about me. I was trained as a psychoanalytic psychotherapist with a specialization in child and adolescent psychotherapy. And most recently, I've been working under the supervision of Dr. Bruce Fink, studying Lacanian psychoanalysis. Before that, I was studying neuroscience, and I was a research fellow at NYU and at the Nathan Klein Institute. So, Dr. Mazzella.
Well, it sounds wonderful. Yes.
I wanted to ask you, what inspired you to do a podcast on narcissism?
I think the idea behind this podcast is to expand beyond the short articles I've been writing on my website. As I wrote these articles, I found that many people were reaching out with really thoughtful questions and seeking more in-depth insights into topics such as narcissistic personality disorder. It became clear to me that there was a hunger for a deeper understanding of these issues. So I thought it would be the right time to use podcasting as a way to dive deeper and explain in more depth the nuances of narcissistic personality disorder.
Very interesting. Can you also say what makes this podcast particularly unique?
Yes, absolutely. I think what sets this podcast apart and makes it truly unique is the presence of a psychoanalyst and a psychoanalytic psychotherapist like yourself, who will delve into the complexities of narcissism in a comprehensive and in an insightful manner. While many podcasts touch on narcissism, they often do so with concise bullet points. I think our aim in here is to go beyond a mere list and provide our listeners with an in-depth exploration of this very complicated subject matter. Also, I don't think there are many podcasts out there that offer the expertise and perspective of a trained psychoanalyst to explore this subject matter. And finally, if I could just mention one more thing, this podcast will take a multidimensional approach to understanding narcissism. We will explore various theoretical perspectives, and this will mainly be psychoanalytically oriented theoretical perspectives, and draw from a wealth of clinical examples to shed light on this really complicated personality disorder. And by doing so, we aim to produce and to provide our listeners with a really deep understanding of narcissism's nuances.
Who do you think should tune into this? I mean, there's so many different types of listeners, the layperson, the specialists, clinicians, artists.
Sure. I think this journey that you and I are going to take, with our listeners involved, of course, into the world of narcissism is tailor-made for anyone who's interested in seeking personal growth, professional development, or just a deeper understanding of the human psyche. And we'll be podcasting regularly. So hopefully our listeners, all of you, if you have any particular burning questions or topics that you would like to hear more about, don't hesitate to reach out to us and let us know what you think. You can email us at thenarcissismdecoder@gmail.com, and we would be delighted to hear from you. And actually, we'll have the show notes up on each episode. You can find them on my website. That's at drmazzella.com.
I want to thank everyone for listening, and please subscribe to our podcast.
But finally, one more thing I can't emphasize enough. To everybody listening, feel free to get in touch with us. You can find all our contact information in the show notes below. Although we're new to these platforms, we do have a presence on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. Plus, you can catch short video clips of us on our YouTube channel. All right, we're looking forward to hearing from you soon. Keep tuning in and keep thinking. Okay, bye.